Hello and welcome. We're gonna review boss's mechanic from Iron Ark. The boss has a lot of HP, 38 billion when I'm recording the video, but should be nerfed in the coming days, making it overall simpler. It is composed of 3 legs and a head. The principle is to push down the leg to one person to trigger mechanic. Once the mechanic is completed, you can climb to the head and DPS down for a certain time. Eventually you will be pushed on and have to repeat what you've done already, DPS down the leg, do mechanic and climb to the head. We're gonna see that more in depth right now. Since there are 3 legs, you'll need to split your team in 3 sub-teams. Preferably they should have equivalent overall damage, but first let's check the pattern. One of the first things the boss will do after you engage is to scan the room. At every scan moment you need to hide behind the maintenance drone. For it to be effectively protecting you, you'll bait it where you want him to be and you will bring it to 1 HP. It might be repaired by the spawning later on, so be cautious and keep in mind you might need to DPS it down to 1 HP again. Its position should be either at 9, 4 or 2 o'clock, and it should be around 15 meters from the leg. A good indicator is to be between those 2 rectangles on the floor, but if you place it too close to the boss, it might be destroyed by the laser strike and attacked from later in the pattern. Next, add sword spawn. A First Master, a Destroyer, and a Blade Master will come out from each of the 3 gates. Whereas the First Master and Destroyer will attempt to kill you, the Blade Master will attempt to dash to the maintenance drone to repair it. To prevent him from dashing, you must engage with a CC. If you start with any skill that is not a CC, it'll dash straight to it and start repairing. You might want to appoint a BM for this job, because BM can use a KD that disables a purge skill. If you use this, the BM ad will not dash as soon as it gets up from the CC, and you can CC it one more time, whereas if it was CC'd with a regular CC, it would dash as soon as the first CC is over. Although with the nerf coming, DPSing them down in only 1 CC should be much easier. For this mechanic you may assign 1, 2, 3 person. What matters is to kill them, and especially to focus the BM. If he gets to the drone, someone must follow him, CC him, stop him from repairing. If you let him do too long, the drone is going to be completely repaired and it won't protect you for the next scan, and you need to DPS it down again. As the ads are being dealt with, leg stun will occur successively in front of each leg, in and out. It's random where it's starting from, but 9 o'clock, 4 o'clock and 2 o'clock will all get their leg stun in time. Then the laser strike, that one attack that might destroy your drone if it is touched. And it also leaves an area on the floor that will give you stacks, so be careful not to walk in it. After laser strike comes a 4-hit AoE that should be party protected. Be careful to use the party protection as close to the leg as possible, because your teammates might be appointed to another leg. And if you use it at the gates, for example, they most likely will not receive it at the other end of the room. Then you have a scan, like at the beginning. You want to hide behind your maintenance drone. If you do not hide, you'll have a blue circle under your feet. It will ultimately explode and kill you. It will destroy the drone if you stay nearby. Some people manage to glitch and escape death by running against the wall, but it's not the most reliable thing to do. After some time, the boss will pursue the furthest player with a death laser. This will deal lots of damage to the targeted player. You need to deal damage either to the leg or to the ads in order to train and survive. You can use skills to alleviate damage, although iframe doesn't work. It gets you out of ice or a fireball, for example, if you're an F. You can SS and outrun the laser to give you some slack. The death laser can destroy your maintenance drone, so do not go near it with it. While the death laser is happening, as you've seen, the ads are spawning. It's the same as before. At this point comes rocket drops and 3 shockwaves. You want to use party iframe here too. For example, you can use HM lock on the first one, ice on the second, stealth on the third. Each wave gives you a stack if not iframe, although ice won't prevent you from taking it, but it will prevent you from the knockback. And finally, scan again. and pattern will start over. So scan, add spawn, laser strike, 4-8 explosion with party protection, death laser, adds, rocket and shockwaves, party protections, and scan again, and so on. No mechanic. As soon as one of the legs is pushed to one person, the boss will enter low output mode. Scan will not happen no more for the time being, but you have one more wall rotation with pattern, excluding scan. Upon entering low output mode, the legs will acquire a shield. 3 crane puddles per team will appear on the floor, and some specific mobs will come out on top of the regular BMFM Destro. The first one to come out is the Butcher. This ad needs to be pushed to 50%. Once that is done, it needs to be baited close to a green puddle. It will absorb everything that is in this sucking area. So if it's been baited next to a puddle, it'll absorb that puddle. After the puddle has been absorbed, his tail will have to place himself behind the leg to make him dash a bit. If done correctly, this will destroy the shield on the leg. It is up to each team to decide now if they want to pack the Butcher with the rest of the ads or bait it away. Both can work. Second special outward spawning is the Overseer. The Overseer is a lot more annoying in its rotation, which is the same as the Iron Tech Forge boss with the front hit, spins and dashes. Its attacks knocks back and up, and it additionally gives some stacks to people on a time base and more if you trigger range check. 2 of the stacks result in instant death, so the common strategy is to get a DPS done as zap. The Overseer is usually pulled with the ad spawning from the gates. Now if you have killed the Overseer, the regular ads, gotten the Butcher to 50% and made him absorb a green puddle before dashing to the leg, you should be left with 2 green puddles per team. One of them needs to be taken by the blade user. As the name suggests, the blade user is the person that will use the blade. The blade will spawn on the team that pushed the leg first, and after the Butcher has been pushed to 50% on that team, it'll simply drop it on the floor. The blade user will pick it up and use it on the leg. To be able to use this blade, you need to have stepped in a green puddle. I recommend to do so after killing the Overseer, because the Overseer can steal that green buff from you. You also want to make sure that the leg you want to use the blade on has that red debuff ongoing. Wait until it spawns. If other teams are not ready, you can even delay a little bit, but make sure to use it before the buff wears off. Once your team is done using the blade, bring it to the next leg until all legs are destroyed. There is only one blade for all of the legs. Last puddle is for the buff holder. Take it as late as you can. It's some free AP buff that will come in handy for DPSing the head, but it will also remain for a good part of the phase too, so do not waste it by taking it too soon. You need the 3 legs to be destroyed before you can climb, and there is almost no damage you can do while you're waiting for that. Make the most of it by taking it right before climbing. Usually the best time is to take it right after the second leg has been destroyed and before the third one is done. Now you climb the legs to go to the end. A big laser will come out of the green circle on one side, and the opposite side of it is a black square that shows you where it's safe to be. As you don't know where the laser is going to pop out, party iframes are recommended. Stealth and HMO, definitely not eyes. It will come out 3 times, so one of them you will need to iframe for yourself. It will run after the tank, the laser, so DPS while rotating, and if you get hit by the laser you get plenty stacks, which really hurts. If you did manage to survive the 3 lasers, then you want to place yourself between the head and the maintenance run, because the boss is going to expose every player away. If you did place yourself between these 2, you will be exposed to warrior drone. And right after comes the scan, so if you're already quite behind the drone, it's much easier to get in position to not die from the scan. Phase 2 is pretty much the same as Phase 1 except for one little detail. On top of the Force Master, Destroyer and Blade Master spawning each time at the gates will spawn 2 spider drills. These spider drills can pin down players and lock them for what feels like forever. On Phase 2 you can appoint one more player than on Phase 1 to do the ads and to be safe. Keep focusing the PM first though. Again, you will need to push down the legs to one person. Mechanic does not change. You just have to spider drills adding up on what you've already mastered doing, if you got so far. Kill the overseer, bring the butcher to 50%, destroy the shield, then destroy the leg with the blade, climb to the edge, and kill the boss. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it provided some help, and if you have any question, I will be glad to answer.